Okay, everybody, so video part 2 of office transformation. So apparently once I kind of started, I ended up thinking, well, might as well just finish the first coat. So I taped underneath the molding so that it didn't get on the blue wall, and I think I did a pretty good job. I am not seeing, I had a couple drips and I quickly got a towel and fixed it. So for the most part, I'm not seeing any white below the green. What happens when I take the green off will be a whole nother story. If there's like now white immediately under the molding, we'll have to see how that goes. But I finished the molding and then was like, well, hell, I'm down here and I'm not falling asleep, so let's go ahead and try to put a first coat on the ceiling. So that is what I did. I actually went ahead and did the first coat of the ceiling. So you can see now it is a white ceiling, as earlier it was a navy blue ceiling. So yeah, that's the first coat. We will see what it looks like tomorrow. I'm assuming I'll put on a second coat just to be good, although I have to say it is a pain in the butt painting a ceiling. And I can see some places where I obviously kind of missed it, or maybe my dad used to have to kind of remind me constantly to put paint on the roller. I never knew when I was supposed to get more paint. So obviously it looks like I had a similar situation today, because I can see some places where there's still a little bit of blue peeking through. So places where I used more paint, whereas places where I didn't use, you know, I was rolling the roller dry. So yeah, I will probably either tomorrow evening or Saturday sometime put a second coat on, and then the ceiling will be done. I will bring down the green tape to see how bad I messed up and how much white I have underneath the molding. If there's a lot of white, then I'll just tape the molding, and then with the blue paint I hopefully get at the store on Saturday, I will then go through and touch up. I'm kind of mad at myself because I painted the molding first thinking that's what I needed to do, and then instead I ended up like hitting it with the roller. So some of my molding work has now gotten messed up with the roller. So I guess it's okay. I think what I'll do is go over the ceiling again, and then after I do the ceiling, then I'll do the molding, because then hopefully I can touch up some of the molding problems where I've hit the molding with the roller and be able to fix it then. So, but for unsupervised first time painting by myself, I'd say it's not too shabby. I'm not covered in white paint. I have a couple little speckles on me. The floor, I did decide not to do plastic all over the floor because I was slipping on it. But I did have it where I had the paint, and apparently the plastic paint, the cartons I got to go inside the nicer one. I bought a cheap set. They didn't fit right. So that turned into catastrophe. So I had to take the plastic one out and then just use the normal one. And now, if I remember right, you're not supposed to wash paint down your sink. So I think I'm just going to have to sacrifice the plastic one, which wasn't a good one anyhow, so I'm not too worried. So I'll have to buy a new paint holder before I do round 2 on the ceiling. So that's about it. So yay, I actually got the first coat on. Feel like I've one step closer to hopefully getting, after the snowstorm comes, maybe next weekend, getting my desk in here and start setting up and using it as an office again. This weekend's supposed to be a pretty bad snowstorm, so I think we were going to try to bring the office stuff in, but with the snowstorm coming, I think we're going to be on pause this weekend, which gives me time to finish painting. And we will bring in the office stuff then the weekend after that. Okay, so this was part 2. Part 3, I will do another video after I do round 2 on the ceiling and the molding and take down the green stuff and see how bad off I am with things seeping onto the blue wall. Night, everybody.